It is odd knowing that we've just got this random person at home.
Can you find out who it actually
Who
is?
it is? Probably.
But do you want to, really?
No, yeah, I'm good, yeah.
I used to work for a pathology museum, and they had like the oldest medical library in America. And half the books were, when the doctors would do the studies, they would use that patient's skin to bind the book. So half the books were human skin bound. It's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. It's fascinating.
Do you remember that fucking TV show that fucking weird, that doctor that looked like, we all seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Right, you know the bad guy, Christopher Lloyd, he looks like fucking, he's got the hat on and stuff like that. Some dude back in the day, I don't know how old I was, he did like a live autopsy, like on Channel 4 or something like that.
Weird.
Yeah, like I remember watching it, and I think I maybe got 20 minutes through before I passed out because it was just like
Fainted?
yeah. I can't remember what it's called. It was like, yeah, he just literally had like a body on stage, and he was just like, right,
you know how much of a wuss Sam is.
The chest right here, this is the heart. It was like watching an episode of South Park.
I brought Sam to the Motor Museum when I worked there, and my husband is such a wuss, like he will pass out from the sight of blood. Mm-hmm. And he was doing a good job of coming through this pathology museum with all these mummies and everything, and then came to a section that was diseases of the eye, and it was just wax eyes, and he went, I'll be in the garden.
Diseases of the eye.
Yeah.
I thought it was only one, where you just go blind, right?
I mean, that's the big one.
Oh, yeah. No, that's
glaucoma.
Yeah, that's an eye disease.
Which one's that? That's where you get all the shit behind your eye, isn't it?
Maybe.
Like in front, right?
Yeah, like squiggly lines.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just see one?
I was just thinking about when I woke up this morning, I could open my eyeball. I was like,
oh yeah, pink eye. There's one.
Well, we all know what pink eye is.
Uh-huh.
You know, that's
shit's in your eye.
Yeah, when somebody fucks
it's
on your
literally
pillow.
shit in your eye. It's just like, who threw shit in your eyeball?
I got to an airport once, and the guy in front of me in boots said, I need something for conjunctivitis, and everybody behind him just backed away.
How the fuck is conjunctivitis like contagious?
Stubbs' face says we're rolling.
Hey, guess what?
What?
We're rolling.
We're rolling!
We're live on air. Don't cut any of that out. I mean, it's all part of, we're all PhD doctors here, aren't we?
Obviously.
Yeah, PhD doctors.
It's that Yunk Life Pod. It's that Yunk Life Pod. That Yunk Life Pod. That Yunk Life Pod. That Yunk Life Pod. Living that Yunk Life, baby.
Welcome to the Yunk Life.
Welcome to the Yunk Life, everybody!
Starring Dr. Jessi and Dr. Gaz.
Dr. Gaz, PhD, and we also have another doctor in the house,
The doctor of football.
A doctor of football. Well, you definitely
might have to change my name to that now.
Yeah. Like, can you get a doctorate in football?
You should be able to.
I reckon you can. You can get shit and everything out these days, can't you?
I mean, even if not, with all your knowledge from what I've seen, like from all your content that you've put out, you could definitely teach a doctorate in football. Like Green Bay Packers, like specifically. But I don't know.
Yeah.
That might be a little bit too sort of like narrow-minded.
No, that could just be your minor. You major in football and minor in the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
Oh,
there you go.
Watch me, I'm going back to university now. Yeah.
Just create your own university. University of Ash in the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds pretty fucking cool.
But yeah. I think you started something here now.
Yeah,
it's gonna
definitely.
happen. Yeah, no, I'm here for it.
So if you haven't figured it out from that banter, Ash is an expert in the NFL and a social media presence and a host. So tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yes, let's set the scene. Let's set the scene for you. If you were sat down in a pub with someone's grandma and they said, "So what do you do for a living?" How would you explain it to them?
I always find this funny because I get asked this a lot, and I'm just like, "What do I do?" Yeah, God. Okay, so what do I do? So I'm a TV presenter, podcast host, content creator, kind of everything under the umbrella that social media falls under and stuff as well. But I absolutely love it. So, I mean, during lockdown, actually, I got furloughed like everybody and their wife did when COVID was happening. Used to work in IT. And it was just the most horrible job ever. Absolutely hated it. When I got furloughed, I thought to myself, what do I want to do with my life? What makes me happy? Sport makes me happy. And I really wanted to get into like sports journalism when I was younger.
Nice.
All sports.
All sports, but specifically rugby.
Okay.
But then I was like, okay, well, rugby is kind of a bit of a saturated market now. And then I was like, oh, do I want to go back to university and do like another 3-4 years in journalism? How do I want to go about this? And so I said, okay, well, I'll dip my toe into the social media world. But I'll focus on NFL. And I was thinking to myself during that time and stuff, I was like, okay, well, I don't know that many other women who are into NFL and stuff. All I know is like my guy friends and stuff. And I was like, okay, well, I want some female friends that I can like chat with and stuff.
Yeah.
And if there are other people out there in the world who are wanting to dip their toe into NFL and they don't know what the rules are, what the lingo is and stuff as well, I kind of want to help them out too. Because to be fair, when you first start watching NFL, it's such a daunting experience. And there's so much, and like I found it a bit intimidating to start with. I was just like,
I've been watching it since I was prenatal, so there's no way that I would not understand the rules.
No, exactly.
Coming
but like
from that side of things.
Yeah. So I mean, but like other people.
No, and I
it can
living
be a
over
bit
here,
daunting.
I have experienced it, and daunting is the perfect word because you assume there's more rules than there really is. Once you break it down in a very easy fashion, it's easy to get
now
into.
I know,
you know
it's the most simple thing ever.
Yeah.
But because when you hear other people chatting about NFL, there's just so much lingo, so much chat and everything. And I was just like, oh God, where do I start?
Well, that's
where
exactly
do I start
how I
unpacking,
felt. I mean, I've only been watching NFL since I started working for the company. Like, and I think everybody just kind of thought I was a bit of a cop-out by supporting the
poser
Eagles. Yeah. I'm a glory supporter because it was the year that the Eagles won their first Super Bowl. So,
but we also did happen to open the year that the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So
I mean,
and
that's
was
good. Yeah.
I was never actually into sport. I mean, this has been said before, but I was never into sports.
Okay.
Like, never a sporty person. But like NFL was the first sport that I actually like just literally, what the fuck is going on here? This is incredible. I knew about American football, but I didn't realize just how big it was over here as well as over in the US as well.
Yeah.
It has grown a lot. When I first moved over 12 years ago, I used to have to watch it on Facebook live stream. There wasn't even an outlet to really watch it on TV. Wow. So it has grown extensively in the past couple of years.
No, that's amazing. Yeah. But I mean, I absolutely love it. And then just throwing up a couple of videos on like Instagram, I think I was very lucky as well because there weren't that many other female content creators doing NFL stuff in the UK when I first started out. So timing wise, I think I just got very lucky. Doors started to open for me. And like 5-6 years later, here I am, which I'm super happy about. But there's so much more still to do. And I think like we're only just scratching the surface on how big the NFL can get over here.
Yep.
So I mean, it's exciting. But I always love the little UK NFL community as well. Because we're so niche. And we're like, but it's such a cool kind of family to be a part of as well. And like, especially around the London games and stuff. I see people that I haven't seen for like the last year. And I was just like, and it's like such a nice little meetup as well. So, I mean, the vibe is just great. And obviously coming to places like this as well, feels like you're coming home as well. Yeah.
So that actually is a nice little segue because I was going to ask, you were saying it's so niche. I always wonder how people from the UK get into whatever teams they're into.
Yeah.
So who's your team, first of all?
Green Bay Packers.
Green Bay Packers.
Yes.
You're a Passyunk, man. You're supposed to pretend it's the Eagles, at least for a minute. Anyway.
Ash, you don't have to pretend who your favorite team is.
Oh, yeah.
Shut up, Dallas.
Remind the whole audience that our bro-ducer behind the cameras is a Dallas Cowboys fan.
Yeah, thanks, Dallas. Have a seat.
Yeah. You got anything to say about Dallas Cowboys or Dallas Cowboys fans right now?
I mean, it's just living in misery, aren't it? I love that. Like every year, I'm here for the Who Dem Boys meme. Yeah,
I do love those too,
and it's great. But I will say, obviously, the Packers always beat the Dallas Cowboys during the playoffs at home, so
not always.
It's good.
Not always. Can you name a time they won it?
Not always. What's the jersey I wear when I wear it?
And how long? So when did you first like get into NFL? Was it off the back of rugby because it had similarities in terms of like?
No, I mean, so I think I'm probably like a lot of people in the UK. I have been watching the Super Bowl for forever, purely because of the halftime show. I think that's how a lot of UK people know about NFL. Is purely because of that. And so I remember like when I was at uni and stuff, we always used to stay out, watch the halftime show and then go to bed. Didn't give a crap about the actual football aspect of things of it.
Well, for what it's worth, neither did I because the Eagles sucked up until a few years ago.
But yeah, I mean, I've always like known about NFL, but never really got into it per se. And then I met my ex, who's a Falcons fan, so he's miserable as well, along with the Dallas fans.
Everybody's miserable.
Everyone's miserable. Yeah.
well, maybe not you still.
I'm not miserable.
But so, yeah, I mean, he was like, I remember like one day he was just like, oh, do you want to like watch a Sunday game with me? And I was like, okay, let's give it a go. And straight away I was like, oh my God, this is so stop-start. How do people enjoy this bloody sport? And I gave it a good solid 6 weeks every Sunday watching the games. And then I got hooked. I was just like, okay, I get what it is now. And I love like the physical, like violent impacts and everything. Like it was just brutal.
Yeah.
I loved it. But then I said to myself, okay, I've got to support a team now. And I didn't want to support the same team as my ex. I was just like, okay, I want my own team to support. And God, how thankful am I? Otherwise, I'd be a Falcons fan. But so I don't have like family over in America. I don't have like an affiliation with any like city, things like that and stuff. And I know a lot of friends, UK friends I've got, for example, like their dad's gone on like a work trip over to America, brought back like a cap or a jersey or something. And that's how they've become a fan of their team. But so I didn't have anything like that. So I said to myself, and it was 2018. So I said to myself, okay, I'm just going to get every starting QB's jersey up on a screen in front of me. And I'm going to pick my favorite color. Just going to pick my favorite one. So my favorite color is green. So guys, I could have been an Eagles fan.
That close.
Could have been.
You were that close.
I know. So it was Packers, Jets, Eagles. Jets is just a gross color green.
Also,
so they were out straight
speaking
away.
of misery.
Exactly. Thank God. And so literally I had like Eagles, and it was a Kelly Green jersey as well.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely love that. But something just about Aaron Rodgers, number 12, home green jersey, just screamed out to me, and I was just like, okay, that's it. And then I did my research afterwards, and I was like, okay, cheese, football, beer, what is not to love about
I know.
this?
Wine
Aaron
is not
Rodgers'
wine.
mustache. That's what's not to love about the crack.
Wine as well. Like surely there's got to be some sort of like wine affiliation, right? With cheese and wine.
They don't drink it. They don't drink a lot of wine.
No,
in
it's
Green
more
Bay.
beer.
It is a lot of beer.
But
It's
do
beer.
you drink a lot of wine?
I do.
With your
yeah.
cheese?
With
that-
your cheese.
With
Yeah.
my cheese, yeah.
I never
In my
know.
cheese hat, yeah.
Yeah.
Is it Packers Stadium where the Eagles won the first Super Bowl? Wasn't it Lambeau? Is that Lambeau Field?
Was it?
Isn't that them? Is that Packers Stadium?
No.
You might
Is
have
it?
to look this up for
I'll
us.
Sorry,
have
say
a-
that
I'll
again.
have a look.
Where the
The Eagles won the first Super Bowl, 2018. I think it was played in the Packers Stadium.
I don't think a Super Bowl has ever
Yeah, but
happened.
I don't think one's
Where
happening.
was
up in
it then?
Green Bay.
I don't think they have the infrastructure
Okay,
to do
look
it.
at-
I'll
look
that up
check.
for me.
All right.
Yeah,
That's a big
but
word.
yeah.
For
For a
me.
second there, I was like, I don't
We're all
think they ever
doctors
will.
here, guys.
I
We're all
don't know.
doctors.
Yeah, seriously.
But
Revoke your license.
I absolutely love Green Bay Packers. I love the history, and there's so much to digest and stuff. And like I've been very lucky. I've gone over to Green Bay twice now, which isn't enough. I need to like constantly go. So I'm hoping to go back over this season as well.
So you have been to a game.
Been to a game. The first game I went to, it was a Thursday night game. We played against the Tennessee Titans. We lost. Derrick Henry just had the most unbelievable game. But it was a snow game at Lambeau, and I was sat like
Gotta
on the
love a
bleacher
snow
seats.
game.
But it was so amazing. And I remember, so I was over there. First day I got in, and like I've got a lot of like Packers friends online and stuff, and they were just like, right, come over to our house, we're gonna tailgate. And I was like, okay, amazing. Never done a tailgate before, and I wanted to kind of go like dive in head first and like experience everything. So
Keg stands.
yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, so
I was
beer
picturing
bongs.
snowdrift.
Yeah.
I was picturing head first into a snowdrift. That's what I saw in my head.
so I will give a shout out to SoCal Packers and the guys at Lissy Liberty, which is a street, literally just like one street behind Lambeau. And I will say, I don't know any other city quite like Green Bay, where it's obviously you're in your house and the stadium's just in front of you.
That's cool.
Like it's nuts.
Yeah, that is cool.
But so I remember, and it was so unbelievably cold. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit and stuff, but I think it was like -8 or 9 and stuff. And I had like ski thermals on, I had skinny jeans, I had my Zubaz. Like I was wrapped up, still freezing my bollocks off. And I was on whiskey for the entire night. That was the only thing
Now
that was
that'll
keeping me warm.
definitely keep
Whiskey
you warm.
and chili. I was eating as well.
Chili.
Chili.
Whiskey and chili.
Yeah, like
That's a
And it was
interesting
it was
combination.
so good.
Can I ask, did it involve beans?
Yeah.
Then you had bean soup, not chili.
No, I mean,
As a true Southerner from Texas,
Oh,
you
here we
had
go.
bean soup, not chili.
alright.
Again, thanks, Dallas. Have a seat.
Minneapolis.
You can throw another
Minneapolis,
insult
by the
in
way.
there.
Minneapolis is the answer to where the Eagles won the first
Minneapolis.
Super Bowl.
Minneapolis.
I knew it was
Could
somewhere
you,
cold.
Could you pass me the remote?
It
'Cause
wasn't
the
NFC
logo's
North
gone.
team.
Bye
Yes.
guys. Technical difficulties, everybody.
All right, Ash, you talked
Shut
about the
the fuck
whiskey.
up,
Did you
don't
have
be
a brandy,
greedy.
a Wisconsin brandy old fashioned while you were there?
I think I did.
All right.
Yeah. And I will say, I can't remember much gone like 11 p.m. that night until like
Perfect.
woke up the next
Then you
morning
had
and
the
I was like, where is
perfect
all my
NFL
stuff?
experience.
Yeah.
Especially if they lost. I mean, that's perfect. You
Yeah.
don't need the end of the game to be
Yeah,
on
no,
memory.
exactly. But I just remember that like the game, it was just so unbelievably cool. And obviously it was dark, so they didn't have like a flyover or anything like that. But like fireworks were going off.
Yeah.
It started to snow halfway through. And I was just like, oh my
The
God.
spectacle is
I'm
really
in
fun,
Green
isn't
Bay
it?
right now. Yeah, it was so unbelievably cool. But yeah, like I said, I remember like Derrick Henry just had a great game. We lost. but it was just amazing. And then this year I was back over for the draft.
Oh, cool.
And
Very
that was so cool. I had no idea until I think, and I probably knew at some point again, but I mean, I was there for a week, 3 days with the draft and stuff. I was drinking the full solid week. So like, I probably knew at some point, but then like when you get home and like, again, digest and like recoup and stuff.
Are you
like,
sure
this
you're just not an
happened.
Eagles fan? Like deep
Yeah.
down.
You just sound like an Eagles fan.
Yeah. Got a soft spot for them. It blew my tiny mind that I think it was like double the population in Green Bay turned up for the draft. And I was just like, oh my fucking God, it's nuts. And I did read the other day as well. I think they anticipated maybe it was going to be like, I'm throwing numbers out there, but these numbers aren't true. They were going to assume it was going to be like, I don't know, 40 million that the whole economy of Green Bay and stuff they would make from the draft and stuff. They made 4 times that.
Wow.
Which is amazing. And I think like 80% of that was in beer.
Yeah,
So, you know,
probably.
yeah, alcohol, yeah. But yeah, like absolutely love this team. And I know, obviously, for example, everybody slates on Aaron Rodgers, even I do and stuff, like the drama queen that he is. It's the Steelers issue now.
Yeah.
But I mean, he made me become a Packers fan. So like,
Fair enough.
you know, like I don't hate him and I find him so interesting. And like, if you've ever watched the Netflix documentary on him as well, I was just
Actually
like,
have.
yeah, I was like, God, this guy's so complex. And I find him fascinating. And if, you know, God forbid, if he does the second series and stuff, I'll absolutely watch it again. But I mean, yeah, I love that he made me a Green Bay Packers fan.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's great.
So what I really enjoyed about that though is like you had a certain sort of like method as to like which team that you choose. Do you usually, when someone comes up to you and says like, I want to get into NFL more and all that kind of stuff, where should I start? Would you give them the same advice that you use to sort of like pick an NFL team? Because I know a lot of my friends before I got into NFL we're all NFL fans, and I didn't know. And like I heard one person say, "Oh, I just liked the tagline that goes with the team or colors, that kind of thing." I obviously became an Eagles fan because, well, it was part of the contract of signing.
That, and I would have
Yeah.
unfriended you if you had said anyone
I
else.
probably would have lost my best friend as well. Which would have sucked. But like, would you encourage other people to sort of like be a bit more thoughtful and more tactical about what team they'd like to choose?
Maybe, but also as well, if like, and this thing I absolutely love about UK fans is that there's no right or wrong answer to that question, if that makes sense. Some friends that I've got and stuff, they follow their team because they started playing Madden.
Right.
And it's like the first team that they got on Madden and stuff, and now that's their NFL team for life. My
I
friend
wonder how many
George-
people are going to be Eagles fans because Saquon's on the cover of Madden.
Exactly. Like
That's a really
that's
good point.
yeah. And then other people that I know, I mean, I've got a lot of Miami Dolphins fans purely because of Ace Ventura. Like,
Laces out, everybody.
right, but like, and it just happens. But I do love it. Like, if I ever meet somebody and they are a complete novice, know nothing about NFL, can't be bothered with it. My sister, for example, my sister loves the color black. It's like it's her favorite color. And so I told her to say thing. She's a Raiders fan.
Raiders, yeah.
I was about to say that. Yes.
Yeah, she's a Raiders fan. So yeah, I mean, yeah, and I love asking people, oh, how did you become a fan of this? How did you do this and everything? But yeah, the stories that people always give me are absolutely great. But I do love it if anybody, for example, is a Dallas fan or like a Giants fan and stuff, and I'm just like, oh God, pick a different team. Like nobody will hate you for it. Yeah.
Oh, Stub, how you feeling over there, mate?
My father would
We're
roll
ta-
over in his grave.
Yeah,
if I
we're taking
so
there's a lot of cheap shots at you right now, dude.
that's perfectly fine. I was
It's fine. It's
born
something
and
expensive,
raised-
Jerry Jones.
I was born and raised in Irving, Texas. If I haven't said that before, where the original Texas Stadium was. So I come by being a Dallas Cowboys fan very, very honestly.
How do you feel about Jerry Jones? Do you want him out? I'd say that's a yes. I know he's got the money.
I think
but,
he won us 3 Super Bowls in the 90s.
and nothing
It's a
since.
long time ago.
Yeah.
I haven't had to buy a new jersey for a while, so there's that.
What was number 1 in the singles chart last time you won the Super Bowl?
Milli Vanilli.
You know what, guys? It may have been Oasis, to be honest.
So I think what's really cool, like you obviously started off into the whole content creation thing and just sort of doing your own videos. They picked up traction. So it must have been pretty fucking awesome when you started getting asked to do more wider sort of broadcasting kind of things. Like,
Yeah.
how did that happen? Like, how did you manage to sort of like get into
What
that?
was the first big one?
Yeah.
So I mean, Channel 5, so
Okay.
NFL End Zone, and I will say, like, that's my little baby.
Mhm.
And weirdly, so I started being the host on that in the second season, but I actually was in season 1 because I did like fan stuff, and it was actually just me.
Can you just explain a little bit for our American fans who don't even know Channel 5 is one of the major...
Thanks,
Channel
Jess.
5
I was about to cut in with the exact same thing.
Yeah,
explain
just
what
how do I
Channel
explain
5 is
Channel
here in
5?
the UK.
It's a
No,
Well,
Channel
well,
5 itself,
I
more the
would-
show.
the
Explain
show,
what the
okay.
show
How do you?
is.
Well,
What is Channel 5?
I mean, I've got a
It's
completely
the one
different-
above 4.
I got a completely different experience with Channel 5 growing up as a teenage boy, but we won't go into that. You know what I'm talking
Brilliant!
about.
Oh my god, yeah.
You know.
But so
That's our show time. I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah,
but so the show that we've got, it's like 25 minutes, half an hour. It's a magazine style NFL show.
Nice.
So it's
Okay.
nothing, it's no like hardcore technical stuff, no deep analysis. Leave that to the big boys, the experts and stuff. So I've got an American girl, Corey. She goes to every Thursday game, basically over in America. So her part of the show, we go along with her to every Thursday game, and she does the tailgate. She goes around the cities and stuff, tries the food, brings along a legend player and stuff as well. Like, it's really cool. And then me over here in the UK, I then do a bit of a fun analysis and a recap of the Sunday games. And then say, for example, I do like a bit of like a history aspect as well. So like during Halloween, I always do like the curses, so like the terrible towels and all of that as well.
Yeah.
We are, I will say, the highest rated show for under 18s in NFL.
Cool.
Which is really
Get
cool.
There's your Channel 5 growing up, guys.
Yeah,
right
but
there.
Channel 5's awesome, dude. I used to watch some great stuff on Channel 5.
We are straight after SpongeBob
yes!
in the morning.
Is that true?
It is, yeah. So I
No
always say to
shit.
people, like, the only reason, God, don't fire me, Channel 5. The only reason I stumbled across the show is because I was so hungover in the morning and I'd fallen asleep with the TV on and I couldn't find the remote. And so I was just like, okay, we'll just watch whatever's on. And then NFL End Zone came on and I was like, I had no idea this show even existed.
No faith.
It's like,
you made.
It's 8:30 a.m. in the morning, like it is early, so it is catered towards a younger audience,
Right.
or parents, or people who are hungover. Yeah, but it is fun, like, and it's just easy viewing, which is really nice and stuff as well. Because I mean, at that time in the morning, you do not want like a deep dive analysis on what happened on the 3rd and 10th, like things like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. But so
I
literally
actually
just
really like that because I like that you're focusing on the culture around it as
That's it.
opposed to
Yeah.
the actual technical game.
exactly.
And also, what a great way to get English people into it because that is the most exciting part of football is the culture around each team and
Exactly, and it's a bit of fun and stuff as well. And then, like I've said already, obviously, then people then can go off and watch a bit of analysis somewhere else,
Right.
But it's such like it's a nice gateway in, which I think is
yeah,
really cool.
that's cool.
But yeah, I mean, I just literally got a message on Instagram one day. Someone slid into my DMs,
Nice.
because they'd seen a couple of my videos and stuff. And again, I think I was just very fortunate and lucky. So one of the original hosts had decided to quit and to pursue acting, which is great. He's done some really good stuff. And then they kind of wanted to take a different, like, a route. And they wanted a woman. And so
Yeah.
again, I'd like timing wise, I was very lucky. Like if I was doing this now, if I started off now, it would be a completely different story because there's so many more people
That's what I was
doing
just
it
going to
now.
ask. Are there
Yeah.
a lot of women now as compared to when
There's
you jumped into
more-
this?
I will say there's more women. But if you were to ask me to like name 10 UK female content creators specifically doing NFL, I couldn't even name you 5. So I mean, there's still so much more scope and everything.
Yeah.
But I love seeing the fans and everything growing and stuff. But I mean, yeah, it is. I'm very fortunate and lucky that that happened, and then obviously everything else has just happened because of that, which is really cool. And I'm very fortunate, like with Channel 5 and stuff, I get to go to all of the London games, international games and stuff as well. Got to meet a whole load of players, some that I'm really happy and fortunate to call friends and stuff now as well.
Who was your most exciting player that you met?
So very good friend, Aaron Jones and Alvin.
Cool.
His
Oh,
twin
wow.
brother.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
they're like the most
Good meat.
right. And I would always say he's my favorite Packer in purple. And so
Okay.
every time I see him, I'm just like, sup? And obviously he's over here now twice. He's Dublin and then
Yeah,
in London again. But he's so unbelievably nice.
Yeah.
And I first met him when he was over with the Green Bay Packers playing the Giants a couple of years ago, the London game. And I got asked to do some content for New Era because Aaron Jones was going to do like a meet and greet with a whole load of fans, sign some stuff. And I remember, so he rocked up, obviously he had his brother, he had his mum, his aunt and uncle and everything. And I was there with my friend Dre, and we were like sat down on these 2 little seats and stuff, and his family came in. And I said to Dre, I was like, get up. I was like,
Not Dr. Dre, right?
no, not I wish, yeah. But I was like, right, get up. We're offering our seats. Like his mum and I need to sit down. They loved that
Aw.
straight away. But in my head, I was just like, why is nobody in the shop like offering seats, or do they not
Yeah.
want seats and stuff? But I guess people are just brought up differently. I don't know. Yeah. So I like offered them seats and stuff, and then I don't even work there, but I was like, can I get you guys some water? And they were like, yeah. They were like giving me a drinks order and stuff, and then I like yelled at somebody who actually worked there. I was like, get this family some stuff, guys. Yeah. And then his uncle then was talking, like his uncle needed like a suit tailoring. So I was on Google Maps and I was like, right, okay, let's go on to reviews with like, where are you staying? Where's your hotel? Let's find the closest one and stuff. And because of that, Aaron and Alvin, like they just loved that I was a bit family orientated. And I know a lot of Americans, not just players or athletes and stuff, but they love, like obviously they love their family, but they love that I kind of focused on that.
Yeah.
And
that's
now,
really
obviously, and then I
nice.
did my Aaron interview and stuff afterwards, which was really cool. And I was like, oh my god, don't panic.
How
Too
tall
much.
is he? Like next to you? Were you like standing there like
No,
that?
so he is small.
Oh, is
Aaron
he?
Jones, yeah. I want to say maybe like 5'11", like he's not, or like 5'10", like he's,
Right.
but he's not tall, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Not like your Travis Kelce's,
Yeah.
like things like that, or Jason.
Yeah, you break your neck when you look at those guys. You're like,
Yeah.
I literally think
Yeah.
I showed you the picture earlier from when the Kelseys were here.
Yeah.
I literally think I am half the size of Travis Kelce.
Oh, good,
Like,
yeah. Got
he
to his
is
belly button.
another one of me.
You're
Yeah.
the size of the cheesesteak that he ate.
Exactly.
But yeah,
5'9".
5'9", yeah.
5'9".
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but he's he's the most gorgeous human being, and he's so lovely as well. For all of 5 minutes, I was the happiest fucking person in the entire planet when I had Aaron Jones and Josh Jacobs as a running back duo on the Packers, and then he was gone, and I was part of the Vikings.
Oh, so you're not
Who
too
I
bad
hate.
about
No,
that.
but I'll always root for Aaron, if that makes sense. So like, whenever we play the Vikings stuff like last season and everything, I was just like, okay, well, I hope Aaron does well, but like not too well, but I hope he does well. I hope he's got a good game and stuff. But he's always so lovely. And like the first time I went over to Green Bay for the Thursday night football game that I mentioned to you about, he messaged me and he was like, oh, like, let me know when you're by the stadium, I'll come say hi and everything.
Oh,
And he gave me
that's
like
really
a little box of
cool.
his cereal and like things like that.
That's
And
cool.
he's just so lovely.
Yeah.
Don't drunk call him. Like,
No,
can you
imagine.
yeah.
I always get worried about that.
Or
Like,
let's do it on
yeah.
let's do it to end the show today. How
Yeah.
about that?
Yeah, let's get
I'm like,
Aaron
hey,
Jones on the
Aaron,
show.
yeah. But no, it was really cool. And then obviously, like I remember this year on Media Row at the Super Bowl, like doing the work and stuff, you've got to obviously walk around, but there's so many athletes and stuff, and they get so sick and tired of people coming up to them being like, oh, can I do an interview? Can I do this? Can I ask you a couple of questions and stuff? And then like I clocked Aaron and he was like, hey. And I was like, hey, buddy. And we didn't have him locked in or anything because we didn't have, like, he's got a new manager and stuff now and all
Right.
that, and or an agent, what they call it. But I just messaged him and I was like, you've got like 5 minutes. Like, come over. And he was like, yeah, I'll see you at the end and stuff. And like, then he came over, gave us 20 minutes of his time, which he didn't need to do.
That's really cool.
And it was just so lovely. And then Alvin was just like, yeah, I'll hit you up when I'm in Europe. We'll go on holiday. And I was like, okay, like I'm in with the fam.
Well, you best bring them here.
No, 100%,
You best
yeah.
bring them to Passyunk Avenue when you
Oh,
meet up in
You
Europe.
know what? I will, but obviously, like I said, they're here for 2 weeks.
Yeah,
So they'll
exactly.
have a bit of downtime, 100%. Yeah.
And they're definitely going to miss American food. So
No, they will.
bring them
yeah,
here.
yeah.
You must have met as well, like obviously you get to interview all these players, but you must have met some pretty weird or extravagant fans. Like, have you ever had like a funny or weird moment, like when interviewing any fans, like over here in the UK, or like who's the most up for like just being absolutely ridiculous on
I will
camera?
say this, and a shout out to the German fans. The German fans are just a different breed. They are so great. English fans need like a couple of beers in them, for example, before they're happy to do stuff on camera.
I think that's standard in English culture.
Yeah.
They need a
But
couple
they're
of
like-
beers in them before they're happy to do anything.
Yeah. But so like, and I love it when guys are like giving it everything and stuff. Then the minute the camera goes on them, nothing. I'm just like, oh my God. Like,
So
like-
you don't know as much as what you're saying.
Exactly.
don't you?
But the German fans, they wake up in the morning and they're ready to go and they're just nuts. And I absolutely love it. But
Love
they're
that.
so passionate about NFL over there. It's like when I first went over, I couldn't believe it. And they absolutely love it. So I will give a shout out to them. Like, they're absolutely amazing.
You know, I think that's kind of across the board because working here at the Fitzrovia branch a couple of times, we've had German fans come in to watch football. And the very first, like soccer football,
Yeah.
very first time they came in, I was completely floored. They stayed for like 8 hours.
Yeah.
They were chanting and
They love it.
singing, and like to the extent that the floor was rumbling as they were singing. And
Yeah.
I was really impressed.
You hand
by
them a
it.
pint and they're like, "It's going. You've got a bigger glass."
Yeah, exactly.
This is half a pint. for
Yeah.
me.
You know, Steins.
Yeah,
It's
they are
No, dude. I'm sorry.
Oh, it
intense
was like
group of
German
fans.
beer. That'll floor you. 2
Yeah.
steins and I'm done.
I remember I used to live
yeah.
in Hamburg, and I stopped drinking like the beer over there, and just started doing well, I made this.
Sudden shots.
I
Started
well,
doing
I
whiskey,
made
yeah.
like this is a little bit off topic, but I just wanted to share it because like it's pretty stupid. Because I'm a very stupid person. But I started making this drink which I called the Dead Man's Chest.
Ah, yes,
It's very
I've had
simple.
this.
Oh, I've
It's-
heard of this.
Yeah. I mean, like I mean,
It's
that's
gone
what I call it.
international.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't make it up, but I definitely did. But living over there, I was just sick and tired of drinking like Jaeger because it was Jaeger all the time, all that kind
yeah.
of stuff. And they were in like not massive 2-liter steins, but like the smaller ones. So eventually I just went, nah, just get me some fucking rum, so Kraken, 4 shots of that in a big stein with lots of ice, lots of lime, and then topped up with ginger ale or ginger beer.
So basically,
Oh.
grog.
Yeah,
But you know what?
So,
I love?
and then I
It's called a
started-
Canadian club.
Canadian
That's
Club.
the name of the drink.
Yeah, so basically whiskey and ginger ale.
Oh, but
Ah.
his was rum.
Yeah, no.
That's
but-
why I
Oh,
call.
well,
that's
this
why I
is-
said grog.
This
Yeah.
is why I call it Dead Man's Chest, because I was just drinking this all night. Everyone else was drinking Jaeger, but I was drinking them so quickly, and then obviously the
that
next
you
morning,
turned
because the
into a
amount of shit-
pirate.
Well, yeah, a pirate I can turn into. I'm pretty
Uh-huh.
sure I was one in like another lifetime.
I've seen
But because you wake up and all the sugar, it feels like your heart's about to fucking rip itself out of your chest.
it.
So then I called it the Dead Man's Chest.
Ah,
was
there we go.
Not very good, but I
Put
still
a
kept
TM
on
on
doing
that.
it. What's that?
Put a TM on that.
I will. I should have done that. It was about 10 years ago. But
I'm
maybe
pretty
I
sure
shouldn't.
Disney might have something to say about that.
No, don't.
You're a big whiskey
Be
drinker.
like, fuck this
You were
whiskey.
saying like before we started rolling, you're a big whiskey drinker,
I
right?
love my whiskey.
Okay, so
Yeah.
like what kind of whiskeys, like bourbons or anything like that? Was it
Yeah, I mean, I
something-
love my Irish whiskey.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm Irish, but with a thick English accent.
That's all right. So am I.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess you can say that.
My last name is Riley, and I am not Irish.
No, I love this. Well, I mean, my actual
Well,
name's
Aisling, yeah.
it's Aisling
yeah.
Byrne-Hansen.
Yeah.
But people freak out when they see my name, so that's why I go by Ash.
Ah.
Because I'm just like, okay, yeah. Until I go to Ireland, go back home and stuff, and then
Then it's
like
the
my
full name
accent
again?
does like because my mum thick Dublin accent.
No way.
Yeah, but
The-
obviously she brought me, my brother, and my sister up over here because obviously her being a doctor. Side note, she obviously came over here to work and stuff, and that's why we sound the way we do. But put us back home in Dublin for a week, the accent. Like
If I give you a shot of whiskey now, would you be able to give us your best Irish accent?
No, it's got to be. I'll have to do like a couple. Yeah,
That is
offends
the-
my
Well, it's
family
all
back
right.
home. Yeah.
We still have a little bit of time, right?
Let me suggest
Yeah,
this.
we'll
Why don't we take a break here from our sponsors, and then we'll come back after a shot or two of whiskey and see if Aisling can do an Irish accent for us. How about that?
Would
I'm
you be
into
up for that?
We all do our best.
Oh
Irish
no, of
accent.
course. I mean, I need a
Absolutely.
refill anyway.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And it looks
I
like
won't,
you
but
might
I'll
need a
gladly
refill,
laugh.
Hey, we'll be right back after a word from our sponsor.
Oh man, the NFL's going to be on so late at night. How am I going to watch it?
Oh, I don't know. If only there was a bar out there / restaurant that would show it late night, as in like midnight onwards.
Maybe we should go to Passyunk Avenue.
I've heard of this place.
They show late night games.
They do. Can I bring my pajamas?
No.
Why not book? You don't know who's going to be there, but you never know. Because you know, we don't know, but we know that you want to be there, you know. Go Birds!
Go Birds.
No, he's Malcolm.
He seems better now. He's coming back for a new series.
I think it would be really funny if Bryan Cranston just kicked down the door and he was like, he had a shaved head. And he was like, just going, where have you been, Hal? And he's like, I know it. He's just got loads of blue meth in his hand. And he's like, it's cotton candy. And he just gives it to the rest of the kids. And then another 20 seasons of Malcolm in the Middle happens.
I love
See,
Bryan
this
Cranston.
is why I should be a broadcaster. Are we rolling? Yeah, we are.
Thank you
aren't
for
we?
that word from
Yeah,
our
I know,
sponsors.
yeah,
We're
because you are like
rolling.
everyone, just no one was talking. It was like, just let guys shut the fuck up. All right, sound right. Cool. We're back. We're back. Do we
We
need
are
to
back.
say that? Like, yeah. Thank you to our sponsors who gave us some very insightful information. We hope that you took on board everything that they said. And yeah, now we're gonna get back to it. So, hi Ash, how you doing?
Yeah, great.
Yeah, cool.
So we're back with Ash. I want to start in as a bro-ducer here and say that she said a couple of whiskeys, and we're going to do a couple of whiskeys over the next little segment here. Right? So 1, 2.
Now, Ash, do you think this is a healthy pour of whiskey that's going in?
Yeah, it's
right
all right,
here?
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Bro-ducer
Or would you
and-
Not
prefer
for me,
something
thank
a lot
you.
taller?
Why?
No, you don't want it to be too much.
I'm doing tequila in honor of the fact that our sponsors just told us about Tequila Tuesdays.
Woo!
at Passyunk Avenue.
Hey!
So what day does this happen on? That was a joke. I don't know.
I was about to be like, it's
Wednesday.
Tuesday.
If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm a bit of a. I play the dum dum. I'm not actually a dum. I'm really
Oh,
smart.
really?
Yes.
Okay.
He tells you.
Oh God, she didn't even say anything that was like piercing, but I felt the sarcasm. It's
Did you
really-
feel it? Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. No, that's lovely.
Okay.
All right, okay, we're all doing the shot then?
Okay.
Shot
Yes,
glasses.
because we need to hear this Irish accent.
Yeah,
so-
because it is 8 p.m. at night. It's not.
It's 8 a.m. Yes.
It's 8 a.m.
Right.
Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers,
Go
everybody.
birds.
All
Sláinte
right.
love.
Sláinte. Cool. Right. Irish accent. Go.
Jesus.
That's premium
Irish.
Jameson's.
That's nice, actually.
That's-
James.
Yeah.
Jameson
Crab.
Crab.
I will say, so obviously, I did like 2 seconds of my background and stuff. So obviously, my mum's Irish, my dad's Danish. I got brought up in London.
Can you do a Viking accent too?
No, but I love the fact about me is that
Pronounced Viking.
Viking, but like I'm half Celtic, half Viking.
So basically all Celtic.
So basically, just don't fuck with me.
Yeah. And don't drink with you.
No arm wrestling then.
But I do like what a lot of people say about me and stuff, and I don't realize I do this, but like I say grand a
Yeah,
lot.
That's very Irish.
Yeah, and people are just like, oh, where are you
In
from?
fact, I had an Irish friend whose tell of being drunk was that she said grand. She started
Yeah.
saying grand a lot.
Yeah, people say, oh, how you say? I'm like, yeah, I'm grand.
Grand.
Yeah, I'm grand.
So, Ash, can you explain grand to maybe our non-Irish listeners? Because
Grand is like, you're fine, you're good. It's
Yeah.
not like excellent,
right,
but like, yeah, I'm grand.
Yeah.
How you doing? Grand.
Yeah, 'cause
And-
I think American connotation would be like grand. It's
Yeah,
very
so not like
big
that,
and
yeah.
grand.
It's like saying nice one, isn't it? It's that nice
Yeah,
one. Oh,
grand,
cool.
yeah.
you go.
yeah.
That's reserved for like you and 1990s surfers. They're
Yeah.
the only people I know that say nice one.
The other one though, as well, that I
Nice one,
love,
D.
I use the word crack a lot.
Yeah,
That's
like what's the
very
crack?
Irish.
What's the crack?
Yeah.
Is
It
the
took
crack?
me-
And I was
yeah,
like, is the crack good?
Yeah.
And loads of Americans I
What's the
meet,
crack?
they're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, what the
What?
fuck is the crack? And I was like, if I've got to explain
they-
it,
they
if I've
know
got to
what-
explain the
no,
crack to you,
they-
then you don't understand the crack.
No, they're thinking like, is
What
she,
crack?
talking, is she talking about that kind of crack? Like,
Oh, well, that.
yeah, no.
I
Is
was
she
like,
talking about
that crack.
Yeah, no, not that kind of crack.
Stuff
There's
with
other
a
cracks
Well,
crack
they
now.
probably might think that. I guess it depends on where you are.
Yeah.
Ash, our American listeners would call it a fanny crack. That's a whole different crack here.
So different, yeah. My innocent little
Yikes.
mind, yeah.
What's the butt? Can you imagine someone's brain just processing? It's just like they just said to me, "What's the butt crack?"
How do you guys feel about talking about football?
Instead of crack.
Butt cracks.
Yeah.
We're, we're
Yeah.
talking about
Wait, hang on. What-
bringing
what are
out
we talking
Ash's
about?
Irish accent. We have football coming to Ireland this
It'll
year.
come out at some point, yeah.
Fair enough. But we have football coming to Ireland.
Football
NFL
coming
football.
to Ireland, yeah. So we've obviously got Pittsburgh Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers is coming back across the pond, guys.
How do you feel about
They're gonna lose.
that?
Aaron Rodgers has never won an international game. Fair play to him. He's only ever played over here once before with the Green Bay Packers. They lost to the Giants. It was an emotional time. I cried. Whatever. We move on.
What kind of
Um,
crying was it? Was it like a sob cry, or was it
No,
like a
it was
full-on,
it was just
you know,
like
watching Titanic again?
it's like it was like a tear and a
re-navigate.
tear.
Right.
But it was like being a Green Bay Packers fan, watching your team live for the very first time. Like it was obviously so exciting, and I was so pumped up and excited. And then just seeing them lose, I just felt devastated. I was like, fucking hell. And I will say this, because you said to me a while ago, I think we we're talking about like rituals or something like off camera.
Oh yeah.
And probably some rituals will come to me. But I will say, every time I've ever worn Zubaz,
Okay.
my Zubaz,
Yeah.
for a Packers game, we've lost.
Really?
So,
It's a shame because I'm really excited that they're back.
No, I
mean,
know.
That's a shame for you.
loved it.
I
Yeah.
could
So
still
I'll
wear
just
'em, maybe.
yeah. So Green Bay Packers Giants game in London, wore my Zubaz, we lost. Wore my Zubaz when I was over in Green Bay against the Titans. We lost. And then I've worn them like a couple of times last season at home because they're super comfy.
They
I'm just
really
like,
are.
throw the Zubaz on. We lost.
I had to.
And I
start off
actually, and
midnight.
I can't, yeah,
The midnight green. I couldn't wear the midnight for a full
Yeah.
season because every time I wore midnight, we'd lose.
yeah. So, I mean, I can't wear the Zubaz. during Packers. I come out on like a Monday. Do you know what I mean? But during game day,
so what are you going to do?
I've got to get changed, but I've also got another jersey, or like a sweater. Sorry, I should say. And it's such a nice vintage one. Absolutely love it. I'll send you guys a picture of it. Every time I wear that sweater, we win.
Interesting.
And it's very interesting. But so like probably like not rituals, but I do have like my little superstitions, I should say.
Well, I think that's natural though. I mean, we were talking about this on a previous podcast and all that kind of stuff. Like, I don't know if this is a ritual. It makes me sound really lazy and a bit of a scumbag, to be honest. But like every time I wore my oh god, I've forgotten the fucking name of the jersey now.
What, Westbrook?
Yeah, Brian Westbrook. I wore my Brian Westbrook white jersey.
You mean your favorite player ever?
Yeah.
Forgot his name.
Yeah, cut that out, will you? Cut that out, will you? Will you cut that out? Yeah. I wore my Brian Westbrook jersey and we just kept winning. The Eagles kept winning. But I don't think it's because I kept wearing it. I think it's because I just didn't wash it.
Maybe it's because the Eagles are really fucking good.
Maybe it is that, yes. But anyway.
Do you guys believe in the Madden curse?
No. I don't think I've heard about this.
When you're on the cover of Madden,
you have a terrible season.
Oh shit, really?
And
it always happens.
Yeah,
so like CMC.
Like season-ending injury
Yeah. So like CMC, for example, cover of Madden, bombed the next season. But it always happens.
That's Christian McCaffrey for those who don't know.
Oh
CMC.
yeah.
Yes.
So then we have to blame. so now we have to blame Saquon Barkley for being so fucking awesome that we're going to lose.
But But I will say he's not the only person on the cover of Madden. That's also another specific thing.
Yes.
I know you don't see his face. Well, it's the Jags player that he jumped over in the actual game, but it's not actually the Jag. They didn't get the Jags guy in for the cover. It's just a random guy in a Jags thing, but you don't really see his head, but you see the helmet and stuff.
I guess they really couldn't bring the guy in to do the cover.
No, how awkward
is that? Like,
sorry, do you mind? Yeah,
you suck.
I'm gonna get real. Like I always thought, like when Saquon Barkley did pull off that move, I always thought, like, when he jumped, do you think he farted? Like as he went over his head,
of course
he just went. I'm gonna go.
I will say as well, I made a video when that happened because everybody was like, "Oh my god, he's going to be MVP. It's going to happen," and I'm like, "Nah." Josh Allen is going to be MVP, and I called it when that game happened. So I'll send you guys a video so you've got a time-proof stamp on it. Josh Allen's going to be MVP, and then I said Saquon's going to get Offensive Player of the Year, and he's going to be on the cover of Madden.
So you're good at calling this shit, as we were just.
Did you put money?
No, and I should have done it.
You should have totally put money down on that.
I know.
And you were the only one of the three that Gas saw that said that the Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl.
Exactly, and then I also called it. I think the first London game last year, before any of the 49ers players really got injured and they all went to crap. I said that they weren't going to make the playoffs at all because everybody was like, 49ers, they're going to go back to the playoffs, they're going to make a good run for it. And I was like, it's not going to happen.
Do you have like a crystal ball at home that you just
maybe? I need to start putting money on this.
Yeah, you absolutely should. You'd be a $5 up for every time. Like, I guess it depends on how much money you want to put down.
I'm like, I do love my betting and stuff, but like, I'm always just like, just £1. I'll play it safe. Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah.
Or Ash, make your predictions, send them to me,
and then you'll do it. Okay.
Yes. That is not a pound.
No, it is not going to pound. No.
Yeah.
Will Dak Shepard.
That is how I've had my best day at the track. Is someone else giving me tips.
But like, and I called it earlier. I said, Lions aren't going to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's just, listen, even as a Packers fan inside me, I love what this Lions team is doing. They're fun to watch. You can't deny it.
Love a good underdog.
Dan Campbell, he's great. Loved it on what's the TV show? Not All or Nothing. Hard Knocks. That's it. It was great, and I love the fact as well. We're talking about the same with the Washington team. The Lions have just been so bad for so long. It's nice to see them winning and just the city enjoying them. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Especially Thanksgiving.
Exactly.
Really nice.
Exactly. I think. No, I don't play them this year. But the last time the Green Bay Packers played the Lions on Thanksgiving, we beat them. So
I do like that you said I don't play them this year. I always say we about the Philadelphia Eagles.
I am the team. Yeah.
We are a team.
What are your Super Bowl predictions for next year, though? Like, it will be interesting to hear this.
The Super Bowl that I want, is Bills Packers.
Okay.
Ooh.
The
Why
Super.
Bills? You think they deserve it, or you think you could beat them?
I think that the Bills have got it in them.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. The Bills have definitely got it in them, and they can beat this Chiefs team without the refs on hand.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel
Make sure you do a zoom in on that little gesture that she just.
Oh, I
did.
got
I've said it all year.
For
Yeah.
those who aren't peeping, she's talking about money.
Yeah.
And
Taylor Swift.
I do think, yeah, and I do think as well the Bills have got it in them to beat the Ravens.
Okay.
But listen, this AFC side is good. Don't get me wrong.
Mhm.
But I think, yeah, the Bills' window is definitely closing on how
Okay.
far they can get. And it's, and I was saying this, I think a couple of months ago as well. Is there something wrong with the Bills or is there something wrong with Sean McDermott? That's a whole different kettle of fish. But we'll see what happens at the start of the season. Yeah. I would love to see the Bills get there. I just think they deserve it. They've been knocking on the door for so long, and it's kind of like a now or never. It's
I think
now
it
or
was
never.
the 90s last time.
Oh
they were in the
God,
Super Bowl.
exactly. The Bills have gone to the Super Bowl 4 times and they've lost.
Back when Oasis was in the charts.
Well, I'm the punching bag now. Come on.
I'm sorry, what?
Absolutely love that.
Hey,
Talking about Oasis for a month straight, I might not be.
Yeah, well, no, you should have. At least I wasn't doing it for a year. We've got a fucking Dallas Cowboys fan over there.
Oh,
Everything's
no,
good.
let's pick on him.
So can I give my Super Bowl prediction? And I will pull out my phone right now, pull up my wagering app.
Yeah, come on.
Bills Cowboys. Cowboys beat the Bills a third time in the Super Bowl.
What, in 2026?
How much
Oh,
whiskey did he
20
drink?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of whiskey, we haven't heard an Irish
Oh,
accent.
God.
It's got to come out. Oh man.
Here we go.
So it'll come out before we least suspect it.
All right.
But no. So that's the Super Bowl I
So
want.
how's my prediction there?
Bills. No, Dallas aren't getting anywhere near. I will say, you know what? And I'll put money on this, betting man. The Giants will get further in the season. I have a weird feeling that the Giants are going to be a weirdly good team this year. I don't know.
They're angry about Saquon.
Yeah,
All that
but
anger
also,
behind him.
and I have a feeling as well, Jameis Winston is going to like pull off a career game at some point. I have a sneaky feeling.
According to this, you're always right. So I'm going with
I know,
you.
I know.
Yeah,
Anything
no,
you
yeah,
say,
when
I
you-
now
when-
trust.
When you start making that bet, can you give me a call so
Yeah.
I can like.
But listen,
chip in
so,
on
I
that
mean-
as
You're
well?
going to say, can I have 10 pounds?
Yeah. I mean,
The
£10 goes a long way.
The NFC East, though, is really interesting because obviously Eagles, great. Washington, I'm super stoked about this team. And I was saying to you earlier as well,
Yeah.
I'm so excited about Jaden Daniels. And I natter on about this so much on every show that I do and stuff. My favourite play last year in the season was Washington Bears. And I can't remember the Bears' guy's name, but the defender who was like taunting the Washington crowd.
Mhm.
Whilst Jaden was like going in to do like a Hail Mary. And then he suddenly turns around because he realizes he's taunting the crowd and there's a play happening. And he's the same guy that then tipped the ball into the hand of the Washington guy. And then they scored the touchdown
Love it.
and they got it. And I was like, that's it. For me, that is the play of the season. I don't care about Saquon Barkley's backwards hurdle. I care about that. This is it
You
for
did
me.
also
Yeah.
state that Chicago is your nemesis. So
Oh, and I will say the amount of Bears fans, and I love it. It's a bit jovial. It's a bit of banter and stuff, but they always come for me in the comments and they're just like, oh, yeah,
Do they?
but we beaten you this season. Oh, we beaten you this year. And I'm just like, okay, a round of applause.
Yeah,
You
good
won
job.
one game. Yeah, well done. Yeah.
You're savage, man.
The Bears still suck.
women are
Yeah.
savage.
Yeah.
Women are savage in sports, which is why I love that you've made that kind of what your thing is. You're bringing women into
Yeah.
sports.
No, I absolutely love it.
I absolutely love that too.
Yeah.
And speaking
So
of
let me
that,
ask you this, Aisling. We're talking about NFC East specifically. Obviously, we're an Eagles bar. Cowboys fan producing the show. That's why I don't cut a lot of shit out. I want to embarrass all of you. All that. At the same time, seriously, this Washington team, they're young.
Yeah.
The culture's obviously changed there with the change in ownership over the last couple of years. Do you see them becoming competing in the NFC East in a way that all of us here love the NFC East, to include Eagles, Giants, Washington, Cowboys all together? Like, that was the division for years and years.
Yeah.
Do you see them competing again, and actually the NFC East being a super competitive division again?
Oh, 100%. I mean, when I first started watching NFL religiously, NFC East was called NFC Least.
Least. Yeah,
Right?
Remember that?
And it was always like Washington was a bit of the joke of
Mm-hmm.
the group. They weren't really doing much and everything. And I've got Chris, my long time, really good best friend and stuff, diehard Washington fan. And I feel something's just clicked. Time is everyone's best friend. But yeah, something has definitely clicked about this Washington team. I'm so excited for them, but I do feel as if like this NFC East division it's anyone's game. It all just depends on what the Giants do this year and if they can kind of summon up the muster to compete with the big boys, what I will say. But I know I'm excited for it.
well,
Yeah.
All right, so we're talking about NFC East here. Sorry, I'm jumping in a lot because
No, love
No,
football.
go for it. Go for it.
I love a short
You
whiskey.
guys know I
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
football,
Oh,
right?
yeah. We got. Wait.
Go
Oh,
on.
she's diving straight.
I only had a sip.
No, go on.
Are we going for another one?
Sink it. Sink
Yeah,
it.
we gotta hear
I'll
the
sing mine
Irish
with you.
accent.
Yeah.
Some
This
point.
this whole answer you have to do in Irish accent.
Sláinte. All right. So the NFC East, where would you place the NFC East as far as top divisions in the NFL this year? Do you think one is better or worse? Obviously, you fancy the Bills a bit. So you've got the AFC.
Just purely on NFC.
Yeah, well,
On division.
either. Yeah, let's go in the NFC. How do you feel the NFC East is?
Okay, I will say NFC South is worse. So I'm going to put them lower.
Obviously. Yeah.
Ovs.
Falcons.
Falcons, Saints, Panthers.
Oh, poor bastards.
Cry, cry.
Cry.
But can I also just say, Panthers fans out there, if any of you are listening or watching, look at what Washington have done.
Yeah.
So give
That's
it
a really good point.
give it 20 years. Hang on in there.
So you have until
Hang on in there.
2055.
That is hard.
I remember, like, last season, I got really invested in this. I went down a rabbit hole on how expensive tickets were to go to a Panthers game. They were selling for, I think it was like $4. But then
Oh my
obviously the
God.
transaction fee was like 20, so it came out to like $24, which is nuts. But I was
That's
just like,
insane.
but how wild? And then I was having a look, like, okay, how much would it be to go to, I don't know, like a Miami game or something? Cool couple of hundred to be like up near the nosebleeds, everything like that. And I'm just like, damn, I feel bad for Panthers. But yeah, give it 20 years. It's gonna be fine. Just hang on in there. Don't sell your jerseys just yet.
If there's anyone out there that actually has a jersey that is a Panthers fan, because I've never met one that comes in here, at
Ooh,
least.
this is inviting lots of comments. I like
Yes.
it.
I'm just going to guess, guys. There's been a fan of. No, you said Panthers. You're talking Jaguars or Panthers?
No,
Panthers.
Panthers.
Panthers. I almost guarantee you someone's coming in the Panthers jersey with a McCaffrey jersey on.
Oh, you know, funny, I was literally just thinking that. I was like, if anybody does come in, it will be in a CMC jersey.
Yeah.
He's the best, like, name me another bigger player that's played for the Panthers other than CMC.
Nope.
Well, yeah, I was good.
Come on, Gaz, name one.
Well, no, I was like the only other.
Yeah, we're all
the
just
only-
looking. Come
well,
on.
I remember, but I don't think he played for CMC. But like, you know, Cam Newton was like a big thing when the Panthers were like.
Oh,
back in
yeah,
the
yeah,
day,
yeah.
like,
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah.
fair
I
enough.
know,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay, so fair. It'd probably either be a CMC or a Cam Newton. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he's just too busy dressing up in suits and
Looking
smoking
cool.
cigars. You know what I mean?
Oh, he does look very suave.
He did, yeah.
he
Like, you know,
does.
like when he's
Yeah.
smoking his cigars. I remember watching that. They did the Amazon series, like All or Nothing.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
went
yeah.
with like, you know, about the Panthers, where he was just like, yeah, I'm fucking awesome. I'm just like, yeah, you fucking are, dude.
By the
Actually,
way, I
yeah.
think that All or Nothing says a lot about the way the Eagles have come back in the past decade. Because
Yeah.
generally that show picks somebody that's not doing great. And the Eagles season was a Carson Wentz season.
Yeah, and then
breaks my
who was
heart.
it? Who was it
But
that was our
says a lot.
backup?
That was what, 5 years ago?
Yeah.
And look at where we are now. So that really says a lot about the progress of the Eagles in the past year. Sorry, totally.
Can I
off
ask
subject.
you-
I had to bring it back to Philly.
Oh yeah,
But-
no, obviously. Can
No,
I ask you? So,
absolutely.
as Eagles fans, obviously, and I said this a lot during last season, but then obviously you guys turned it around, so it kind of didn't happen. Do you think there is a possibility of Nick Sirianni being back on the hot seat again this season?
Hot seat
As
in what way? Like,
Basically, if he
you know?
loses a couple of games in a row, obviously, and I know Philly fans
Philly's
can
just savage.
turn,
Yeah,
yeah.
we're savage.
But I remember like last season,
They wanted
you
him
got-
gone at the beginning of last
exactly,
season.
yeah. But I know as well, Nick Sirianni, he can lose the locker room a little bit.
Yeah.
And again, another one for the betting lot. I do love calling out head coaches that are going to be on the hot seat.
Okay.
Nick Sirianni, he will go back on the hot seat, but I don't know if it's gonna go the full hog, we'll call it, and he'll be fired.
Yeah.
Because obviously Eagles, I know that they can win games.
I was going to say,
yeah.
you're basing this all on the fact that we might lose, and I am not going to buy into that baby at all.
But how do you feel about Nick Sirianni?
I'm hot and cold on Nick Sirianni,
Okay.
as most Philadelphia fans
Yeah.
are, of course. However, I don't really see any massive mistake he's ever made for us to have been as mad at him as we were.
Okay.
I think Philly needs a scapegoat, and he was the one, unfortunately.
Oh, someone's got to take the fall, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think our anger was slightly misdirected, but we needed a place to put it.
Okay, fair.
So I don't know that Nick Sirianni is necessarily the problem because risk and reward seems to work.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm yeah.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Mm.
No, I was just waiting for you to finish your answer.
Oh, okay.
I kind of hope it doesn't happen, but again, it's like you said, like with Eagles fans, like the fans always get the first say in like what's going on. You know what I mean? We lose a game, then obviously like it is going to all filter down to whoever it is that's in charge of the team, right? And I never
the
felt
quarterback.
Yeah, well, I never really sort of felt like that. I do feel like not the Super Bowl, not the season just gone, but the season before. I did feel like there was a moment where I was just sitting there, just going like, why isn't Sirianni and Hurts like talking to you? You could tell that there was some sort of like tension between the two of them.
Yeah.
Whoever that, but obviously then you had like AJ Brown coming in and like saying all like being a bit more vocal, like and all that kind of stuff. So you never really know where it goes. But like I don't think he will be in the hot seat personally.
Okay.
What I do like about Nick Sirianni is that he's a firecracker.
Yeah.
And I can relate to that because I can be a firecracker as well. I like how every time I know, yeah, it's a very male thing. I know, yeah. It's just like you see someone on the sideline, it's just like, you can see him like saying all the fucking like F words, like saying fuck this and fuck that, fuck you, I like his passion, and like I do feel like
Philadelphia.
No,
he does it kind of embody.
Yeah, I mean, like
attitude.
obviously,
he's embraced it. Yeah,
obviously, there's a lot of pressure on him. You know what I mean? So get this team to the Super Bowl, and he did that twice.
Yeah,
and I think.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
I've got like, even though he's been on the hot seat a little bit. If you go on like a losing streak for a couple of weeks, you can't deny the fact that he's taken you guys to 2 Super Bowls and won 2. Yeah. And weirdly, and I was saying this to you guys off air as well, the only Super Bowls I've actually watched live have been Chiefs Eagles, and you guys have won. Maybe I'm your lucky charm.
Maybe.
Yeah, you went to the Kelsey Bowl, didn't you?
Don't say this because now you're just going to be stuck sitting next to me
every game.
For the next 2 years, at least.
Maybe that's it.
What was the Kelsey Bowl like? Like, we would have loved to have been there, but we weren't there. But like, that must have been.
Bit of background. You said you've been to 2.
So so I've been to 2 Super Bowls. So I went to the one in Arizona, and then obviously the one this year, in New Orleans. And just weirdly, it's been Chiefs Eagles. Right. Weirdly, who would have guessed? But yeah, the Kelsey Bowl, that was amazing. And they played on the Kelsey brothers so much, as you would do. Marketing, love it. Americans, money, love it. Absolutely love it. Mama Kelsey, great. Absolutely loved her.
So cute, right?
She's
half and half jersey.
Oh, exactly, yeah. And
she loves it.
gorgeous woman. She loves it, yeah. And to be fair, she can't lose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Win-win.
Exactly. But yeah, the one in Arizona, it was absolutely phenomenal. I will say, not a huge amount to do in Phoenix. It's
I got a tattoo in Phoenix.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted a tattoo. I wanted
Phoenix.
a little cactus because I get tattooed in places I go to.
Yeah.
Didn't get it done, unfortunately. But no.
In Tempe, for the record.
Oh, yeah. But
close enough.
yeah, I think like that Super Bowl was absolutely great. Obviously Rihanna did the halftime show. It was good, and I will say, like, Eagles fans travel well. There were
we just go.
Yeah, but there were
there
a lot more Eagles fans than Chiefs fans for that one. And this year as well in New Orleans, so many more Eagles fans.
I actually saw a video of an entire flight filled with Eagles fans.
Oh, it was
singing
nuts.
the fight song on the way to New Orleans.
So like outside the stadium this year, we need to do like fan interviews and stuff. I had to go and interview Eagles fans, and then my friend had to go and interview Chiefs fans. It was tough for him.
Come on. What was it like?
None. Like, they just weren't there. I don't know if they were like drinking elsewhere beforehand, doing a tailgate, and then they were coming in and stuff.
Oh, they like weren't present?
No,
I bet
like
you didn't have to ask anybody to like do an interview. They just came running up to you because you had a microphone.
Yeah. But so that was the thing. So like we wanted to just get like a video of just like fans being like, go back and do all that and stuff. Eagles fans, they came in strong. It was so good.
When you're saying that, I'm like half embarrassed and half proud.
Yeah, always proud, yeah. But it's like this year especially as well. I remember, so like after halftime, after Kendrick did his performance and stuff, Chiefs fans, they were just walking out the door. And that's like, for me doing social media and stuff, like we were getting all these pictures and images and stuff. Chiefs fans, they were done. Yeah. But what I like, annoyingly, I don't think it's the best game ever, like the Super Bowl. I will agree with like everybody out there. The Chiefs just didn't turn up.
I feel
And
like
it was-
even Eagles fans can say that.
Yeah. But I'm also happy because again, Chiefs.
Yeah.
And I'll die on this hill.
Make sure you
Um,
zoom in on that again as
I
well.
will die
Stub.
on this
We got
hill. Yeah, this year for Halloween, I'll just dress up as a ref with like I love Chiefs on the back.
I love the Chiefs.
Yeah.
That's great.
But yeah, like this is super. Like it was good. I did like it. The atmosphere was absolutely like it was so great in the Superdome. Iconic as well, just being in New Orleans, absolutely phenomenal. But yeah, I'm happy for you guys. Do I think you guys will go back to the Super Bowl though next year? No.
Ooh.
Can I jump in here
Can we-
before we
put
end
some
up and
money
do
on
a
that?
rapid fire question with you? I'm going to jump in
Okay.
here.
Wait, hang on. No, well, first off,
First off, what?
let me go for a piss.
Are you
I know.
kidding
Yeah,
me?
I know. I broke the seal. I'm sorry. I'm blaming the
Can you at least pretend we're going to talk to our sponsors?
We're gonna go and talk to our sponsors in the bathroom. Sorry, guys. No, I do. Like, I don't know what's wrong with me. It's because I'm drinking beer and I'm blaming it on Ash. Because she started drinking beer and so did I.
Do
At
it
least I
quickly.
felt the seal.
Oh, good. Okay.
I've got a beard and a weird accent. I'll stand it.
Should we
Put the subtitles
should
in.
we
Yeah.
talk about women in football?
Oh, we could do that as
Seeing
well.
as
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
here
yeah.
anyway.
Of course, yeah.
So tell me, well, first of all, the evolution of women in football, like from the sidelines to center stage, like for example, Sarah Thomas and Jennifer King.
Oh,
How do you feel about that? What do you feel it's doing for the community of women in football? Which of those women would you love to hang out with?
so we'll say I've met Jen King, and she's phenomenal.
Yeah.
She is so iconic and like a force to be reckoned with. It's
Cool.
absolutely nuts.
I'd imagine that about most women in football, or
Oh,
even women that like football.
no, exactly,
Probably
yeah.
a force to be reckoned
But
with.
and I've got to tip my hat a little bit to Taylor Swift. It's got to be said, she's brought in so many new female fans to this sport,
Agreed.
and I have
did
to
say
love
to you
it.
Earlier, when a woman
Yeah.
calls the restaurant and asks for a Chiefs game, I kind of think you don't like football.
Yeah, you're a Swiftie, but we'll welcome you in.
But
yeah,
at the same
yeah.
time, yes, I'm really happy that amount of women have ended up watching NFL for
100%.
whatever reason.
Yeah.
Because most of them are probably actually into it now.
Exactly. And like, so when I went to the Eras tour, and the amount of people that were wearing Chiefs jerseys and
Right.
everything, I absolutely loved it.
Right.
Oh, Gas is back.
Yeah. Oh,
we kept
we've
talking
cracked
without
on.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gas is now the producer.
Go on.
But yeah, I mean, women in sport is absolutely amazing. I'll give a shout out to my very good friends. I was about to say friends, but friends.
Well,
Phoebe Schechter, for example, here in the UK. You'll recognise her a lot. She does a lot on Sky Sports as well.
Mhm.
She is phenomenal in the world of flag football, and she also plays with GB Contact and stuff as well. She has become such a very good friend of mine and such like a good confidant, like a mentor and stuff too. But she's first started out being coach for the Buffalo Bills,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
which is really cool.
yeah. Oh, I know who you're talking about. Glasses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yes.
and she's
one of the
phenomenal.
Sky Sports commentators.
Yeah, exactly.
Sweet.
And then I've got another very good friend who plays for the Italian national team and also does flag football as well. She will go to LA 2020 Olympics, Nausicaa. But what I love about NFL and football in general, though, is that it's the span and the scope that it has outside of America. People are only just starting to get to grips with them.
Yeah.
And women's football and stuff as well is so fast growing.
I had a very
And
good
these
friend
camps and
that
stuff
I
as
grew
well.
up with that played for the Philadelphia Phoenix. Which
Yeah.
were an up and coming NFL
Yeah.
women's team.
Yeah. And I absolutely love it. And it's so like what I love doing as well. Like every time I go to like an international game when I've got to work on the ground and stuff, I always love seeing how many women and stuff are out.
Me too.
And I love seeing
Even in the restaurant at a very
Yeah.
micro climate, I like to see
Yeah.
how many women are actually coming into.
Oh,
watch.
exactly.
So can I ask you this, Ash? And I think I'm not wrong on this, and if I am, I apologize. Phoebe was actually the first female coach in the NFL. Is that correct?
I don't know if that's true.
She was one of the
Oh,
first.
she was one of the first.
One of the first, but she also, I do know a little bit about her history here because she's such a great presenter. If you don't know Phoebe Schechter, she was a coach for the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
But she moved to the UK and is now a presenter here for
Yeah.
football coverage on a channel. For football coverage. She's great at it. She's
Yeah.
very, very knowledgeable in football. But also, I think she was, if not the first, and once again, I may be mistaken, but one of the first female coaches in the NFL. and moved over here. Didn't know anything about NFL.
No, she didn't.
She
So this is very
learned
true.
by moving over here and joining a flag football team, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
They
Right?
started over here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
So-
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so she's
Yeah,
like,
I'll let you explain, and we'll let the
Okay,
other beer
let's
guy
count our
come in.
fingers and maybe Gaz will come back.
All right,
Ready?
let's 1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
Oh,
oh,
ooh, God, that just sounded
Oh, thank God it worked. Do you have to pee again? Or?
No, I'm all good. Oh, look. Oh my God, look what just appeared in
oh
my
God, it's
hand.
like
Oh, thank
magic.
goodness.
Yeah.
Oh God, well, I
Maybe
guess
that'll
I'm
make
just-
her have an accent. Maybe you should pour some.
Ah, yes. Well, we're gonna drink
I'm
some
like,
Jamesons now.
The more you say it, you did it for me. I was about to be like, now I'm just going to become more English.
Do you
Just
actually,
more
do
posh.
you actually want another shot?
Fuck, I'll do another shot. Yeah.
Ah, yes. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
It's the Irish in me.
Go on.
I also love as well, side note, when people always ask me, oh, how do you say your name? And I will say, I'm going to
Yeah,
call Dre
absolutely.
out on this. I'm going to go out and watch this full show. And he won't know when this is going to come in as well. But for the full 2 years that I first known my friend, very good friend Dre, who I do work with, he called me Ashley.
Like EE or LE.
L-E-Y.
Yeah.
But he'll call me Ash. But then like 2 years after, he was like, oh, he was like trying to yell at me from across the room. And he was like, Ashley. And I was like looking around and I was like, who's he calling me for? I was like, who's he calling for? And then he was like, no,
Ashley.
you. And I was like, what do you think my name is? I was
Pronounce
like, you've known me for this long. How do you not know?
it for our American listeners.
So, Aisling.
And
But I
we
love
spell
it though. I love it when people go Aisling. And I'm like, no, the emphasis is on the wrong bit. It's Aisling, not
How do you spell it?
Aisling.
How do you spell your name?
Aisling. Do you want a fun one though?
Sure.
Go on then.
Okay, so my sister's name is Queever.
Oh my.
Oh, spell that
Does
one
have
for
an
us,
N in
please.
it?
No.
Does it start with Q?
No,
It does not.
no.
Wait, hang on. Wait, if it's Irish, then it starts with a C.
Just start with the C.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
C-U.
No.
C, no?
CIA.
Can I interrupt? Fun fact,
Close.
one of the quizzes we've done at Battersea a couple of weeks before we filmed, I did spelling of Irish names, and Quiva was one of them.
Yeah, I love it.
Ooh.
Oh.
Please share with us.
So she's so it's Caomhe.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So in Gaelic, if you ever have an MH next to each other, it's a V sound.
Okay.
So like Niamh, Niamh.
Yeah.
V, Niamh.
So then explain
Quiver.
Siobhan.
It's a B. Yeah.
Well, I think
Yeah.
one of the most
Or like,
well-known ones.
But I love it when Americans go Sayaban.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Sayaban, yeah. Or Saoirse. Saoirse's another one as well.
So it's not. So I say Saoirse.
Saoirse.
So, but so it's.
Ooh, we almost got an Irish accent there.
No, I know. We're gonna go. We're gonna get a bit. No, not political. Religious.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's if you're Catholic or Protestant is how you pronounce it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So Protestants will pronounce my sister's name as Kiva.
Ooh.
Catholics we say Quiva.
Ah.
Interesting.
Oh, I was about to say this.
No, it's fine. It's interesting because
Right.
I was actually
I was like, oh, stop,
for the
yeah.
longest time I actually thought I was Christian Church of England, but I was actually Christian Church of Ireland.
Fucking hell.
So I need to find out, like,
Back to
That's
women
why
in
it's
football.
Gary with 2 R's.
yeah, Gary with 2 R's. Well, no, that's named after the milkman. You know what I mean? The milkman was called Gary with 2 R's, and it's a
so
dying
funny.
breed of a name.
Yeah, his
That's
dad's
my
told me
real
that,
name, by the way.
Okay.
Like, you go by Ash, I go by Gaz, but my real name is Gary with 2 R's.
You know what? I would never have guessed.
Yeah.
Gaz was short for Gary.
Well, I thought Gaz was actually short for Gareth.
Oh no, I'm with you.
Yeah.
But like
yeah.
Robert and Dick.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny though? Yeah.
Sorry. I just had my Beavis and Butthead moment.
Imagine that's the
Yeah.
first name she went with, guys.
But no, okay, women in football. Yeah. But so
Why-
listen,
Why
I've-
it's so important that like visibility of women matters in football and where we can go with this moving forward.
oh, listen, it's so important. NFL is predominant. It's a male-dominated sport. It really is.
As are most.
As are most, obviously, yeah. But over here, especially in the UK, we're still growing. People like, I think once you're in the UK NFL community, you kind of think to yourself, oh, it's pretty big. It's actually still really small. We
Yeah.
can do so much more to help grow it and everything. The one thing I do love, like, what was going to say, when I'm on the ground working and stuff, NFL games, I love seeing women-only groups of friends that have
Mhm.
traveled together to go to a game.
Specifically.
Predominantly, you'll see girlfriends, wives, things like that. You know, people traveling with their other halves.
Right.
Yeah. And it's only a small amount that I've seen so far. But every time I see them, I'm just like, great, let's get them on camera. Let's do an interview. Absolutely love this.
Yeah.
Let's help grow it a bit more. And I know a guy who basically runs a travel company, and I think he's just been way before his time on this, and hopefully it will happen in a few years. But they do, you know, these groups and stuff, and they do travels and stuff over to America. You go to a game, travel around a certain city, all of that and stuff. And he said he tried to do a female-only one, but apparently a lot of UK women didn't want to go because they didn't want to go without their better halves. And I was like, okay, you're just a bit before your time. Maybe give it like 5 years or something. Yeah. There'll be more people willing to go.
They were better half, so these were bi women?
No, straight lesbians.
Yeah. But listen, I absolutely love it. And for me personally, every time I've gone over to Green Bay, for example, I've been a solo traveller. I haven't gone with anybody else. I've gone on my own.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that I can just go over and I can make friends and stuff over there. And I feel support from the community. Our Dallas Cowboys fan is dying.
I mean, it's only a matter of time.
Yeah. But I love just when I go to America and go to games and stuff, I feel that I can.
Yeah.
Here in the UK, I'd maybe feel a bit, not left out is the right word, but I feel a bit, lost, maybe? I don't know.
Well, I feel like you and I need to go to a game together and just make a mess of the men.
Oh, no, 100%, yeah.
Screaming.
That's a great social media joint project right there.
Yeah, 100%.
We would match together.
But what I love, so I've got a friend over in America. She runs just a social media page, Black Girls Love Football. And it's huge. As you'd imagine, America's massive. Whatever. But so she was coming over to the UK and we were just like, okay, well, let's do like a little women's meetup.
Yeah.
I was and we did it here. Thank you guys so much for having us. Absolutely loved it. Yeah. But we were just like, okay, well, maybe we'll expect like 5 people. We didn't know anybody. I just put it out on social and stuff and I was like, okay, let's just see who kind of turns up kind of thing. We had like 20 people throughout the day. And that's a pretty good number. And some girls came on their own, which I absolutely love. And like, I love just being able to provide like a safe space for women, just somewhere fun that they can go to and chat about football. And, you know, you don't need the guys there or anything. And it's just fun. And we can chat all things and just feel comfortable with us. Because most of the time that I've been out and like with my male friends and stuff, it can get pretty dynamic. It can get a little bit like rivalry, bit of bashing and everything between fans and stuff. But with the girls and stuff, I mean, it was such a beautiful event. And I'm going to do another one in October for the London Games because I know obviously for the London Games, people are going to be travelling from everywhere, which I think will be really good. But I had a really good response online. And I just did like a little poll to see who would be interested in coming. I think I had over like 60 women say that they wanted to come. But obviously the day that we did it, it was just like a random day a month or so ago now. So I appreciate obviously people just can't travel down on a random Saturday. But for the London Games, people have already booked that to come down.
They'll be here anyway.
Exactly. And I'm just like, okay, leave your man in a pub. He can do whatever he wants with his guy mates, but let's just all hang out. And it, like, you don't need to do it for a whole day, just a couple of hours, meet some new people, make some friends.
Yeah.
And I do think there is a bit of a gap in the market for that here in the UK as well. And I didn't realize it at first before this summer. But I do absolutely love it. And again, thanks to Taylor Swift, I'll welcome everybody. And I always say, but you know what? Say, like, if a guy friend of mine messaged me and was like, oh, do you mind if I actually come to this? Of course. I will say everybody is always welcome. Yeah. But just please be aware that, you know, if I do hold one of these events again, it is for women, but you're allowed to come in.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to turn anybody away at the door. That's not who I am. But yeah, like, it kind of makes me feel a bit proud to want to fly the flag a little bit. I'm not going to stand. I'm not going to stand outside and like burn my bra. But yeah,
I mean that's good advertising. Burn your bra, do it. But if dudes do show up, that just kind of shows that we can all watch this game together and have a good time.
Exactly.
So that's perfect.
I think that's exactly it. Yeah.
But at the same time, as I was getting into the NFL, like I knew nothing. Like I was saying to you earlier, I knew nothing about the rules, the Eagles, or anything like that. So I Jess, you were my way in and like sort of show me everything, and you still do. You still like show me all, like, even if I'm standing there just confused, it's like, Jess, what the fuck's happened? So I was like, well, I didn't stick my head in the oven, so like, I was like, right, okay. I was like, okay, yeah. Well, there was. But no, I learned a lot from just from like talking to Jess and just sort of hanging out with Jess and just sort of like being in that environment as well. So I think it's beneficial for anybody that does want to come in. But I do like how, like you said, they're flying the flag for that demographic and that community and all that kind of stuff, because it is like all inclusive, and we want to support that as well.
Exactly. And I think like a lot of women as well, we love watching sport. It shouldn't just be, oh, that's for the guys.
Right.
It should be at home. Baking or cooking in the kitchen, I don't know. Crafting, whatever, yeah. But
I might be doing that.
Oh, I'll
I'm
do
gonna
that
have
as
the
well.
fucking NFL on while
oh,
I'm
exactly.
doing
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I'll be crafting and watching NFL at the same time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Exactly. But what I love as well, so like I remember last year with the London Games, you know, a couple of the fan pubs that they had around London and everything. It was heavy on the guy front. And like a lot of American women had come over as well. Love that. Not a lot of UK women. And like, again, I had to go around and do interviews. I knew the people that were in there. Hardly any UK women. And I'm just like, why weren't they there? What can we do just to attract more female fans
Maybe they don't
and
know.
bring them in?
Maybe they don't know we're here, and maybe they're
Maybe they don't
listening
know.
right now.
No,
And
but
they're
exactly.
gonna come hang out in October.
I feel like
Exactly.
that's good.
So I mean, it's a bit of fun. And what I will say as well, you don't need to know anything about this sport. It's just a bit of like, we can always class it. It's just a bit of a get together, hang out with the girls, make some new friends. Oh, and then there's an attractive guy on screen. I'll put my hands up. If Joe Burrow's on the telly, I'm going to be watching him.
The only reason I know anything about soccer is because hot guys play soccer and they don't have helmets.
Well,
on,
this
so
is
I
just
can see
reminding
their
me of
faces.
like, I remember when the first year that we were watching I was getting into the Eagles with you, you just wouldn't shut up about how much you thought Jay Ajayi was hot.
Yep.
And he was a hot
Yeah.
guy, actually. I remember looking at him like, just going, he is
Also,
Yeah.
Dallas Goddard just looks like somebody I really wanted to date in high school but wasn't allowed to.
Absolutely love that. Yeah.
So
But I mean-
we're running way over time here, so I'm going to wrap things
Oh,
up.
of course.
Speaking of hot takes, though, let me interrupt you.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's
Come on, yeah.
got something to say.
I've looked up the odds on William Hill currently right now, and I will say we're filming in late July. I don't know when this episode is exactly going to hit,
Okay.
but we're filming in late July, well before the season. The Eagles, the Ravens, and the Bills are all 13-2 favorites to win the Super Bowl this year.
What?
Yeah,
Sorry. Eagles, Ravens, and Bills.
Bills,
Yeah.
yes.
So
And then next is the Chiefs at 8s, the Lions at 11s, the Rams at 16s,
Oh, God, everybody is on
And where are the
one
Dallas-
side.
the Commanders at 18s, and the Niners
should
at
be higher.
20s, along with the Bengals at 20s.
Whoever
I'm
the
not
fuck
going to
is-
go further
sorry.
than those 9 teams.
Whoever,
And
the
where-
fuck, whoever the fuck has put the 49ers on there needs to be shot.
No,
Sorry.
that is William Hill.
Where are the
That's
That is
Sauce.
William Hill, a UK
Where-
betting app.
where's the Dallas
See, that's what you got wrong.
where are the Dallas Cowboys? Where are the
Could be.
Dallas Cowboys on
Where
there?
are the Cowboys?
Yeah,
on
where are
there?
the Cowboys,
I didn't hear
dude?
You mentioned the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, but where are the Packers actually?
Can you scroll
People
down
are- people are-
far
people are
enough to
sleeping on
find
I know,
the
yeah.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
The Cowboys are at 50-1.
You know what? I'd put a pound on that.
I've actually got a pound in my
Put a
pocket.
pound on it.
The
Yeah.
Packers are at 22-1. So
So
Well,
okay, so
with that-
so people
Wait, hang
are
on.
people are sleeping on the
Ash,
Packers.
give us your pick.
There's a pound.
Absolute pick.
50 to
We got
1.
a pound. There you are.
Okay.
Make your wager. Make your pick. Who is it? Who wins
Okay.
the Super Bowl this year?
Do you want a head or a heart response?
Doesn't
Because
matter.
obviously, like
Head. You've given us heart.
Give us. I'm putting a pound on it. You're putting Gaz's pound on this.
Yeah.
It's the Cowboys at 50, right?
oh wait, who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Who's going to
Yes.
win the Super
Let's
Bowl?
do it.
Okay, I was going to be like, okay, I've got. I was actually going to go all in. I was going to give you like, who's going to go Super Bowl? What the score's going to
No,
be?
who's going to win?
Although, like, hearing the scores would be actually quite
We
interesting
don't
as
have
well.
time for this.
I've got time for any. Well, no, I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, our
Yeah, we
listeners
live
would
here.
want
We
viewers,
stay
maybe.
here every night.
Okay,
Come on, Ash.
Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Yeah, can we
Okay.
play so like a drum roll in the
okay,
back of this?
okay. I think it's going to be another NFC team
Right.
Mm.
that's going to stay in the NFC. Oh,
Let me get a quid out as well so I can throw down on
Maybe we
this
should
too.
do a shot.
yeah, good shot.
Pour me one, Gaz. You kept the bottle, mate.
Jameson's is. Who wants to sponsor us? Jameson.
Jameson, where are you at? Sponsor us.
Yeah, sponsor us. You
There's a game.
This is really tough because I've got this feeling. I got this feeling. inside my
We can't sing that song.
Oh, I've got
We don't have
not
the
enough
rights to
money.
sing.
Yeah, no, it's fine.
Nah, sing it anyway. Who gives a fuck?
Oh.
I'll just sing it out of tune and then Jamie pay.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
some
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
beans that are called peas,
Okay.
though, so thank you.
Ooh, this
Okay.
is intense. Like I'm
Oh
liking this.
God. Okay.
This is like watching a cliffhanger of a movie.
Right? Who's going to win the Super Bowl?
Guys, I'm going to say Washington.
Whoa!
Whoa!
That's
Take
when we
you heard
threw
it here
Ash out of the
first.
building.
Washington.
Washington to win the
Jade,
Super
is it
Bowl.
because of Jaden Daniels?
It's the entire Washington team.
Right.
But obviously, it all depends on the playoff structure and who plays who. It really does. Sorry, guys. I think the Eagles will fall.
They do have a choking problem.
Yeah, I think the Eagles will fall. Sorry. The Lions will fall. They won't get to the Super Bowl. It's just their curse. 49ers, I don't know who's written. I don't know who's written that.
This is like listening to Nostradamus, by the way.
Yeah. 49ers aren't going anywhere near that.
I've just followed you in. I put £1 on
Washington
to win. Don't tell my old man; he's been dead for a while. Because I didn't want him to murder me.
Weirdly, I've got a feeling. It's okay. It's either going to be Bills or Ravens.
Okay.
On the AFC team, haven't kind of decided on that front yet.
But you think Washington will win?
I think just Washington, and again, a bit like this year. I don't know what's going to, last season, sorry, just gone. Washington kind of played with nothing to lose. They were having fun. Do you know what I mean? A bit like what the Lions did as well.
Yeah.
Just like the year before. Nothing to lose. They were just having fun, seeing how far they could get and stuff. If the Washington team can do that again this season, they're weirdly a force to be reckoned with.
Okay. And as I said before, I do love an underdog. So I, in a strange way that doesn't like the Eagles, hope you're right. What thought did you do?
Ooh, like, are you having like?
No,
yeah, I'm just kind of like,
else.
imagine if it was like NFC Championship game and it was Washington Packers. I'm going to be aside myself. I'm going to be like, ugh, what do I do?
Well, just bet on both sides.
Yeah.
I'll give you another quid.
There's another pound.
There you go.
Can you make me one promise? If
Okay.
we do watch a game together and it's in Passyunk Avenue, can you just pretend you're an Eagles fan?
You know what I'll do this for you. And there's going to be a game where Packers play on like a Monday or a Thursday.
Yeah.
I'll come in.
Mm-hmm.
Or whenever Eagles are playing on a different day to the Packers, we'll do that. I'll come in. I'll rock a nice Kelly Green for you.
I love it.
Yeah.
So well.
You know why?
And you know what? Who are you playing this year? Are you playing the Chiefs at any point?
I don't really know.
Have you got
No, yeah.
I'll come in for that. You know what? I'll come in for that.
Cool.
Because that's going to be good. And who doesn't love seeing Patrick Mahomes
Cry.
go down again and cry?
That was my Kermit.
Packers host the Eagles in Week 10. There you are.
It was kind of a cross between Kermit the Frog and Peter Griffin.
Yeah, no.
There we are.
But it's Kermit
All
the Frog from Family Guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, I just fucking cracked my neck, man. Ow.
All right.
Packers host the Eagles in Week 10.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'll tell you what, I'll do that.
That'd be
We should
fun.
watch that together. That should be fun.
I think that would be fun.
That would be
You don't have
awesome.
to root for the Eagles because I'd understand.
Obviously.
This has been awesome. Thank you so much for joining
No,
us
thank
today.
you guys
This
so
has been
much, yeah.
absolutely incredible.
Yeah, and also, like we were talking about, thanks so much for what you're doing for women in the NFL.
No,
and
thank
The
you.
group
Yeah.
that you started or have helped out with the
Yeah.
girl that started.
Ashley doesn't
the
have a
next
shot.
one is gonna be
There you are.
October,
All right.
right?
Yes, we're going to do
There we
another one
are.
in October, and I'll make sure I come back to you guys again because you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for having us before.
We'll do the shot in a second. What?
Ashley doesn't have a shot.
Oh shit!
There you are. All right. There
Oh
we
my
are.
god, I forgot about the Jameson.
It's not a joke, yeah.
Wants to
Right before
sponsor
you do this shot,
us.
we just have to say, you don't choose the Yunk Life.
Oh,
The
The Yunk Life chooses you.
guys, I'm at home.
Go.
Oh.
Thank you very
Plunge
much.
up.
Cheers, everybody.
Go Birds.
Fuck off.
Pod, it's that Yunk Life Pod. It's that Yunk Life Pod. That Yunk Life Pod. That Yunk Life Pod. That Yunk Life Pod. Living that Yunk Life, baby.